Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football, and we're back again with another video. Do me a favor, guys. The channel is close to getting to 27K subscribers. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Today, on this Arsenal panel show, what we're going to be discussing is, of course, Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal. Apparently, Isaac to Arsenal also might be interesting. We also have to speak about Gabriel Jesus' potential transfer exit, in addition to the Bournemouth game on the weekend. Do me a favor. Let's get the show started. And also, one more thing. Let me know how you guys are feeling at this moment in time about everything around Arsenal, because I feel like I think about that title race almost every single day. Almost every single day I'm thinking about the title race. It's crazy. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you guys think, and let's get the show started right about now, as I got a wonderful panel for you guys today. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So we're waiting for a couple more of the panel members to join us. Hopefully they do join us before the end of the show. But of course, we got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. And just before we get any further, to let you guys know who's on the panel, we got Matt right here down below. We got Martin to the right of him, and of course Saad up here also. And if you guys don't know Saad, go check out his channel also. If I'm not mistaken, was it the Football Corner?
There I am. I'm supposed to be a professional streamer and I start on mute. It's the Football Corner, bro. The Football Corner.
Yeah, so I was right. Just making sure. Because I hate when I get people's channel names wrong. The Football Corner. I made sure I put the link in the description to your channel right now as we do that. But before we go any further, how you guys doing? How's Matt? How are you, Martin? How are you, Saad? How you guys doing? How you guys feeling?
Yeah, all good. Well, I'm all good,
bro.
So, I mean,
Dunk on Spurs, we all love to do that, bro. We all love to dunk on Spurs. A quick little, bow, you know what I mean, bro? Quick one.
we messed up Spurs, and you guys, not enough of the Spurs guys stayed on so you guys could speak to them. I feel like whenever Arsenal lose, we stay on for the whole show. Whenever other team loses, they just come on and then they leave after like 2 seconds.
I feel like the game today is a bit of a, you know what I mean? It's a survivors meeting, bro. It's a survivors meeting, bro. Surviving Arsenal, bro. The documentary, bro. Chelsea and Tottenham just coming together. They're like, bro, we're in the same place, bro. We got dunked on, bro.
I've really been enjoying the Ben White stuff. The whole like, it sounds like as days go by, it gets worse and worse. Someone has to do like a new story saying that.
Bro,
dirty tactics.
Can we speak? Let's start with that. These tactics, these journalists are writing full-out hit pieces on Ben White. It's actually crazy. I think one journalist has me blocked, Greg Jacobs, after I said what I said. The man literally, what was he thinking? What kind of article was that? The Ben White thing. And even the Premier League website ended up deleting their thing on Ben White.
Anybody who's now, like the Guardian had a piece saying that Big Ange is not going to use Arteta's dark arts tactics or something like that. Like if Arteta had said, "Yeah, we don't really want to train set pieces," he would have been chased out of this country for like not embracing Brexit ball or something. You know, they would have made a big deal out of it. But they're just brushing over and saying, "Yeah, we don't need to defend set pieces or whatever." And then now they're doing Ben White dark arts.
The thing is, with this whole Ben White thing, it's so funny to me. Because anybody who says anything about the Ben White thing, it's literally, I put it on my Twitter, I was like, somebody said something about a Ben White, and I was literally like, bro, tell me you've never played football without telling me you've never played football. Anybody who has played football at any level, you know, if you're on the goalkeeper, bro, you do anything, bro. You pull his pants, you pull his shorts down, you pinch his freaking leg, you punch him in the back. Obviously not like hard or anything, but you just bump him on the back, bro. You just put him off because you're on the keeper, so it's your job. It's your job to go out there and make the keeper not aware of what's happening around him, not put him off his game.
And that's why it's such bullshit from Ange, because Australians have been well known for sledging in sports, like especially in cricket. You're trying to put the opposition player off their game. If that's touching them on their wrist, turns into like a capital offense. It's crazy.
You know, the article was the thing that really made me laugh, because the guy who did the article, he's like, is what Ben White did illegal, or
legal? Oh, he literally just touched his gloves, bro.
And then he also said something across the lines like, what teams need to stop Arsenal's chief disruptor from getting away with this, or something like that. He did a whole article. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy who did the whole article was a Spurs fan. But the funny thing is, did you guys see what's come out lately? Apparently, Vicario was doing the same thing to Raya in the final minutes when they were trying to get a goal. The final minutes of the game, Vicario went up into the box, and he tried to stick one on Raya. Raya just pushed him out of the way. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, but that doesn't get spoken about much.
Nah, you'll never hear anybody mention that.
I didn't even realize that, but that's actually funny.
Yeah.
Remember, right? It was the 2021 season, and we were playing Aston Villa, and Douglas Luiz scored directly from a corner because one of their players literally manhandled Ramsdale. Like, he couldn't make a save because he was getting manhandled, and VAR checked that, and they were like, "Nope, not a problem, goal." And
can we agree though? There's nothing wrong with Ben White's antics.
No, nothing wrong.
There isn't.
There's nothing wrong with Ben White's antics.
If that happened to me in the game, I would laugh and I'd say, stop touching me, you expletive, or something like, to turn it back on them.
Shove him in the back or something.
He's so rattled. Vicario's like, he's already like this. He's already he can't process it.
This is what people were debating though. I found the debate. So they're like, what Ben White did. There's a debate within the wider football. Is it unprofessional? Is it part of the gamesmanship? Should it be considered something that a manager should point out to a referee? This is what was mentioned in the article. Then they also said, on the other hand, from an Arsenal perspective, the fans love it. The referee's role is to actually put Ben White in his place and nobody else. So you can't really complain if the referee didn't call it. And then the final thing is, whether it's effective or not depends on the opponent. So it's like they're making a case for pros and cons on why it should be legal or illegal.
This is the thing, though. If this happens against me, let's just say let's put Raya in Vicario's place, against Ben White, and it's happening against my team, bro. I'm gonna be like, Raya, what are you doing, bro? Why? I'm blaming my keeper before I say anything else, bro, because I'm like, bro, why are you letting the guy rattle you? So keep your eye on the ball and just push him away, bro.
Listen to this, bro. It seems like the people who wrote the article are upset. This guy said it's unprofessional. Others consider it disrespectful against the spirit of the game.
Bro.
What happened when we went to Porto and they were diving all over the place? What was the motto that came out of that? We came to play.
Hilarious. It's actually hilarious. Who said, since when is Housery disrespectful to your opponent? They used to tell us, get on with it. They used to say, Arsenal, you're weak, you're soft. Now that we're doing it, it's like, oh, they have a problem with it. Granted, Jacko was right. When it's Arsenal, they just want to pile on.
But look at the narratives from the game. Like, they had an offside goal disallowed. We had an offside goal disallowed. The amount they were offside was pretty much the same, but no one's talking about our goal that was so close to going in, even though they're claiming it wasn't going to be a goal. They're just coping so hard on every one of those goals. They gave us an own goal, which is just crazy, but you won't hear bad things said about it.
You won't hear a single thing spoken about that first own goal. And you know the thing is, the team that loses always has the most to complain about. The team that loses always has the most to complain about. When we were making complaints last year, did they want to hear any of them? Did they say anything to us about all the complaints that we had about refereeing last season?
Remember when
not last season, the year that we bottled top four.
Yeah. The free penalty and the red card for running into each other.
The honest truth is, whenever there is a complaint or somebody's upset about something, usually they're trying to cover up for their own problems, their own problems that they've caused. And I'm not gonna lie to you, we've probably done it before. I've probably done it myself. I know for a fact there's been situations where we lost, and I was like, "Yo, the referee cost us." But I know if we really were playing at our best, we wouldn't have blamed referees. Like the Newcastle game early in the season, we all felt aggrieved by the Newcastle goal, but we should have scored. We should have done more.
Yeah, in that first half. Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
The Aston Villa game, I was so pissed that they didn't give us a penalty for Jesus's kick. But you know what? They against Liverpool, they a blatant handball they didn't give to us. They didn't call it against us. So it goes for you sometimes, it goes against you sometimes, but this kind of situation is just laughable. This is just a piss take.
Well, I can't go too hard on Spurs. I want them to win some games. So we're trying to pump up their tires right now.
There you are. The thing is, I expected this outrage to be there, and I'll tell you the reason why. This is their cup final. This, like, their season, because a lot of Spurs fans, I think, have tapped out of the whole we need to go get top 4, get your Champions League, yeah?
Yeah.
This was their cup final. This, even, like, Martin, you were there when I said it in my stream, bro. Look at the way that they started the game, bro. These man had man on the roof with flags, bro, going crazy. I thought it was a World Cup final, bro. Man said they had an opening ceremony, bro.
Yeah,
before the game started, bro. I'm like, what's going on? They got the guy with the drum. They're really trying to copy us, bro. I'm like, bro, what's going on? You're not trying to get our atmosphere. But I knew this would happen, bro. It's Tottenham, man. It is what it is, man. But,
yeah, Vader's in the chat once again saying, "Oh,
you
don't need to worry about poor referee calls." Yeah, when it happens against you, you're gonna call it out, but when it doesn't, you don't need to worry. Let's talk about this though. We don't got goalkeeper situation, but where is it? You know, when you're looking for something, you can't find it.
It should be.
This is what I'm looking for. Am I looking for goal of the month? No.
You scroll down. I think it's.
Where is it? Okay, manager of the month. So first, Mikel Arteta. So what we're speaking about is manager of the month and player of the month quickly. Honestly, you guys probably don't care, but Arteta was nominated for manager of the month, and I think he might win it. And then the thing that I really wanted to speak about more was that Kai Havertz was also nominated for player of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he's gonna win it, you know. Bruno Fernandes has like 5 GA. My man Mateta scored 6 goals.
Cole
Palmer, who missed the game, actually scored 7 goals in 3 games. And Pickford has
how many assists did they get though? Because Havertz has got the assist too, so maybe we can stack up the GA. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but the fact he's nominated is good.
Yeah, it just goes to show you he's one of the best 6 players in the league right now, based on the fact that he was nominated. And all these players this month have actually balled out, but I think he might win it. What do you guys think?
Kai Havertz, you know, I would love for him to win that because that would just set sort of the precedent of, you know, how well he's done at Arsenal. But I just don't think he's going to win it. Like, I think they're going to give it to Cole Palmer. And I think with the manager of the month, I think Mikel Arteta should win it because he's had 2 massive results in that Chelsea 5-0 win and the Tottenham win, which is a North London derby away from home, which we rarely ever win. But I think they'll give it to Pep Guardiola just on the basis of the goal difference, like in terms of how many goals that they've scored.
I can't lie. I think firstly on the player one, I don't, as much as I want Havertz to get it, I don't think he will. I think it will either go to Bruno Fernandes or it will go to Cole Palmer, because I think we're forgetting that Cole Palmer scored like 2 hat-tricks.
Yeah,
and
it's mad,
he scored in one game. He scored the perfect hat-trick with header and all of that. Do you know what I mean? He scored a header, left foot, right foot hat-trick, bro. So a perfect hat-trick. So I think it could go to Cole Palmer, but I'd love for Havertz to get it, man, because there is a case to be made for Havertz. Let's face it, he scored and assisted in 2 London derbies. Do you know what I mean? So he played a pivotal part in us winning those in winning those 2
What
London
other games
derbies.
do we have? Was it Brighton, Wolves?
Brighton, Wolves.
We also
Chelsea,
kept 4 clean sheets in this month.
Spurs.
That Villa game might cost us. Might cost Arteta the manager of the month.
It might, but we've won the same games regardless. As Pep Guardiola, we've just played a game more, and obviously we lost that game. But...
And everyone said our run-in was the hardest, so I don't know. I feel like we did lose to Villa, but we might have lost to one of these other teams. I feel like we're doing about as well as I expected we could do.
We also
was
got
looking at the
4
last
clean
10.
sheets. Like in 1 month, that is ridiculous to get 4 clean sheets. Like
I think Arteta is definitely in line. I think he will win the manager month. The
think he
player of the
will?
month might be able to get a techie.
Fair.
No, because they factor in the caliber of games, bro. Like I know people don't rate Chelsea and they think they're crap, but bro, like it's still a London derby. Anything can happen.
So just for the record, how many goals and assists does he have in that time period?
I think
So
Kai Havertz has 7 GA.
he has
and Cole
what is it?
Palmer has
5
8.
goals, 4 goals,
6
3 assists. Yeah,
goals.
you're right.
Yeah.
4 goals, 3 assists. Interesting.
I think Kai Havertz, Cole Palmer has 8 GA. 7
And you want to know
goals.
something? Yesterday, a rumor came out about a certain Arsenal player, Gabriel Jesus. And I'm just going to shift the conversation quickly to Gabriel Jesus because there's a rumor that he's going to be leaving the club, right? Since the rumor has come out that Gabriel Jesus is going to be leaving the club, a lot has happened. Now, one, I'm just going to show you guys. Arsenal tweeted this yesterday. Gabriel Jesus has his roots and ambitions. Why would they post this on the Arsenal website on the same day that there's rumors about him leaving the club?
To shut down the rumors potentially, or to sort of sway
I think
them.
even there was a story as well that came out that said apparently he wants to stay and fight for his place. But it's all the thing is right now, it's whether they want to move away from him. I think on this topic here, in regards to him leaving, Arsenal will look at it as the perfect option for them to get rid of him is now, because this is the time where they'll get the most money for him. But a person like me thinks that, listen, Jesus can still be utilized in that right wing. I really think we can utilize him in that right wing, and I still haven't seen that enough. And let's say, for instance, you don't want to play him down the middle because his pace is gone, or let's say his knee's not moving too good. Bro, he can be played down our right side as a backup to Saka. There's no problem, and there's no harm in that. Do you know what I mean? And then go and get yourself a big boy striker, and then you don't have to worry about Jesus. You don't have to worry about Jesus missing out on games or being unhappy with the game time, because you can play him for certain games and you can play Saka for certain games. So you can give them maybe not with Saka. Saka will get majority of the games, but you can still give him a respectable amount of games.
Big up Dylan. Big up
Boys, I'm
Dylan.
extremely
Better late
sorry.
than
I was
never.
getting the trim. It went a bit overdue, and I got home and completely forgot. I'm here
There
now.
you are.
Sorry.
The fade's looking fresh though. He didn't F you up, bro. Don't worry.
No worries. He actually blended it. Nice. Let's before we talk more about Gabriel Jesus's potential exit conversations. The Arsenal website had a Q&A with him, and they just asked him a bunch of questions. So they asked him about past performances, ambitions, what was it about the Dubai trip that got the team playing well, simple things like that. Spoke about his teammates, spoke about his goal celebrations and everything else in his aspirations. But to me, one thing that I want to speak about is, I fully agree with you, Saad. A lot of people keep saying about Gabriel Jesus potentially leaving because of his wages. But if I was to, you guys probably seen my tweet on Twitter, I would rather sell Eddie Nketiah and keep Jesus, even though he's on however much wages he's on. He's a better player, and in the short term, he would help us win more than Eddie Nketiah. I don't care about the academy situation because we still have enough homegrown players. Bukayo Saka's homegrown. David Raya is considered homegrown. William Saliba is considered homegrown. Who else in our starting 11 is considered homegrown? Declan Rice is considered
Gabriel
homegrown.
Martinelli.
Gabriel Martinelli is considered homegrown. That's 5 homegrown players that start in our team. Both Eddie Nketiah and Jesus were. I know Jesus might not be homegrown, but Eddie Nketiah, we can sacrifice him. We don't necessarily need him as much as Jesus could benefit us going forward. But thoughts? Do you guys care more about? Do you think the club cares more about the wages though than the actual ability?
So one thing I will say on Eddie Nketiah is he's definitely gone. He's not staying. With Gabriel Jesus, there's something that has just come out about a couple of minutes ago, that the same journalist who broke the news about Arsenal signing Gabriel Jesus from Man City has heard from people close to the striker that it's true that Arsenal are considering his exit. And so Gabriel Jesus is aware of the situation. So it does seem to be that, we're not too sure if Gabriel Jesus will stay or will he go. But like in terms of Eddie Nketiah, nah, he's gone.
Don't you think with this kind of situation they're trying to test, because to me it looks like they're trying to test the waters to see if somebody would come in for him, if they'd come in for him, how much would they be willing to give up for him? Because I can't lie,
possibly.
right now this is the best time to sell him, because he's still got 4 years, I believe, on his contract, or 3 years on his contract.
He's got 3 years, like ends in 2027.
There's no, it's not going to be ending anytime soon.
1 second. Somebody's asking who's the source. If I'm not mistaken, the source is Gunner Blog from The Athletic. James what's his name? James Gunner Blog?
Yeah.
James McNicholas.
James McNicholas. Yeah, that's his name.
Look, I'll just put my 2 cents down. I think Gabriel Jesus is one of the best players in the league when he's fit. And I think we saw that before the World Cup. Unfortunately, he hasn't been back to that point, and it's probably a question for the medics to decide whether or not he can get back to that point. Because if he can get back there, it's kind of like Partey with me. If we can get them fit, keep them. If we think that they're going to be too much of a liability fitness-wise, maybe it's worth it. But I was saying this on Sard stream. I don't think we'll get top dollar for Jesus unless we fix him up. I don't think of him as the goal scorer of the team. I think of him as one of the playmakers of the team. He's kind of just like a roaming tornado of chaos through people's defenses. So when we come up against the big games again, like the Bayerns, where it didn't look like we had any match winners, I'd say he has to be part of the team, part of the squad, at least coming off the bench. And I'd get rid of all the other guys first before Jesus.
But Martin,
what I do with Gabriel Jesus, right, is like I would sort of make him as a wide player, because like although he might not want to be on the bench, he can be a very good option for us. Like I don't treat him as a striker. Like it's clear that the Manchester City, like in the last season of playing him, they played him on the wing, I believe, because like he's not a striker. Like I think he's maybe a false nine, but in what we need a striker to do is to be in that, striker area box. And Jesus isn't there. Like, I think it was the Villa game. He played striker. And like, he just wasn't in the box. Like he was over there with Gabriel Martinelli or Trossard. He was there with Odegaard. He wasn't in the box. And that's what we need a striker to be.
So, Dylan, what are you saying about Jesus potentially being linked away from the club to leave and everything?
I think he's a quality player. Like I know we've got the issue with him not shooting enough, and the obviously, yeah, he's probably on decent. He's probably on big wages, but like at the same time, like he is a quality player. Like you mentioned before, he could play on the wing. When we had him on the wing against City earlier on in the season, when we beat them 1-0, he was brilliant on the wing. He was tearing the life out of them. Didn't manage to get a goal, obviously, or an assist in the end, but he was terrorizing them. Thing is, like you mentioned before, he's something unpredictable coming off the bench. If you have him coming off the bench, or even if you have him starting in certain games, he's unpredictable. When he does score goals, he just doesn't score your 30, 40 a season. He does score goals when he's got a solid run in the team and he can keep himself fit and he's got confidence. He can score goals. Like he's not incapable of scoring goals. I think it's really dragged the idea that he just can't score any goals. He scored quite a few last season. No, I'd want to see him stay. To be honest, I'm not too sure how I'd feel about him leaving so early. He's only just got here. He's been here 2 years, in and out of injury. And I know what I saw at the start of when he signed in August till about November when he got injured. He was brilliant. So yeah, I wouldn't want to get rid of him too quickly because he's definitely got.
But Vader brings up a good point. Your second highest earner being off the bench does really cause problems for you.
Well, that's down to the people who pay the wages because they're the ones who've messed up. Then, but
we need to get some more high earners.
Okay, so I'm looking at this right here. This is interesting. So, are you talking about this tweet right here? Because this is a really interesting tweet. This man did a whole grid of players that should be sold and players who he would not sell. So he broke it down. Would not sell. Saliba. Can you see? So just to think about Arsenal players might consider selling and a list of players that they would not sell. So Saliba is on the list of players that would not be sold. Declan Rice, Odegaard. You guys can see what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah.
And then only sell for crazy prices. Ben White, Gabriel, Timber,
That
and
whole
Martinelli.
graph stinks. That whole graph stinks. Oh my lord.
Then
White,
he went on to say,
disagree with.
just signing a new deal, not moving
Mate,
now.
Raya can go tomorrow. He's awful.
Oh wow! So me and you are gonna fight already off the jump. We're gonna fight.
So then he goes. There is a price, but not likely to sell. Timber and Havertz.
Bro, Timber's made like 2 games. Why do you want to sell it? Mate, Timber could be the greatest left back to ever play the game. We'd never know. You haven't seen him play.
No,
like,
he said not likely to sell. You're missing the point. And then he went on to saying would listen to offers. Zinchenko, KVR, Vieira, Smith Rowe, Jesus, Trossard are players that
mate, I'd do more than listen to offers regarding Zinchenko, mate. I'd be in my front garden with a fucking take me sign, like fucking just get rid of him, bro. Honestly, he's
Who's that?
Zinchenko, bro. I'd be in my front garden.
Oh yeah. He's gone, bro. He's gone.
Okay, so if you would change one player from this list and put them in another position, which player would it be? Zinchenko to sell?
Thomas Partey, get off, should try to sell. Honestly, right. I want to wipe this up now. Yeah, this whole we should sell him narrative is the stupidest thing ever. Right, I get it. Yeah, he's often unfit and he's often unavailable. But the idea that we'd let one of the best midfielders on the planet go for what is going to be near to nothing at his age and what he is right now, there is 0 point in letting him go. When we do have him, when he is available, he's quite clearly our best player. There's no point in getting rid of him. It's just dumb. Like, it makes no sense. Like, just
but we still get a decent fee though, because like if you try to sell him next year, we won't get anything.
You would not get more than 25 million for him. You would not get more than 25 million.
What if Edu's trip?
25 million though.
1 second. What if Edu's trip to Saudi Arabia? As you guys know, yesterday there was a rumor about him making a trip to Saudi Arabia. What if that is the thing that gets us more money in this kind of deal?
I don't want to see.
He doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. He wants to stay in Europe. So he would reject that
offer. He's a top player. I don't want to see him burn anywhere. Honestly, I think this is where he kicks on now. I don't think he's going to be flaking out of injury. I think there's been circumstances in the past. I think he's going to be in that team now, and I don't want to see him go anywhere because he's quality. Honestly, I think give him an extra 2-year contract extension. But I think genuinely players of that age, or players of that availability, just get him on low. You can negotiate some kind of pay cut. You can negotiate some kind of lower pay contract. It can be negotiated.
Will he take it though? That's the question.
I don't know. He's at Arsenal Football Club.
Let's face it.
What did you do with Jorginho then?
But the thing is, this is the thing for me though, yeah. Because Thomas Partey, yeah, where I am with him, yeah, and I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. Only way I'm keeping Thomas Partey after this in this summer, the only way I'm keeping Thomas Partey is if I bring in someone like a Yusuf Fofana or something like that, where I need him to teach them the ropes. Do you know what I mean? Tell them, like, this is what you got to do. This is the way to the system. Just mentor them, bro. Show them the way to play in this system. Help them grow into the team and be one of them. Do you know what I mean? Other than that, if we're
him that way, because you either got the replacement, but you still want to keep him, or you get no replacement, then you have to keep him. So.
No, because we can keep him for 1 more year, but I don't think he's keep him just as the player. And don't bring anybody in for his position. I don't think that's the way to go. This guy is way too injury prone. I know that you think that he's gonna come back next year stronger and all that, bro. But I think that's a bit of copium, to be honest. If I'm being honest, man. This guy when he plays, he's the best. But how many times do we get to see that party that's the best? Do you know what I mean? This season. Bro, he's taken the same amount of time. He's
had a nightmare season, but
what about the season before last season? How much did he play? And the season before that,
how much did he play?
He's had so many stints.
3 games.
He's had so many stints where he's missed many games, and I'm like, bro, what is going on here? Or like, are you made of biscuits? Like, legit, we have to start asking questions because
we also need to remember
I think he's a very good midfielder. I think he's when he's fit. I think he's a very good defensive midfielder, and he does everything that you want.
Irreplaceable.
No, but you can replace him. You can replace him.
Remember, we're not in the same situation.
Can I just say one thing though? Before Martin jumps in, we are talking about the man who has a Thomas Partey Ghanaian flag in his bedroom. So I get why you love Thomas Partey. Can you shine some light on it?
No, let me turn on a light. Hold on, 1 sec.
Literally, you guys are gonna see it the moment. And also,
That's
I
mad.
do know you just sent me something, Martin, and I'm gonna show it. But before I
Oh.
do that, I just want to point out that yesterday there was a report coming out. 2 days ago, actually, there was a report that Jorginho is going to be staying, and that Thomas Partey's future at Arsenal is not 100% guaranteed. So we're gonna talk about that in a second. But yeah, Martin, what was it that you wanted to show? You want me to show you everybody?
Oh, that was just a link to like how Jesus' profile is. And it was the Scott J. Willis guy. And it had like stats on just like it's called a crab wheel of all of his skills, but most of them are defensive. Well, that he's in the very top tier, like pressures, tackles, all that kind of stuff, like getting the ball back stuff. I think him and Havertz give us a great platform for buying whatever striker it is that we do need, you know, because he brings a lot of those things. And if we're not relying on him that much, I know we've got into Partey there, so I don't necessarily want to get back onto this, but I think the same thing about the midfield, that you keep these guys around that were good for you, that got you where you are, so that you don't change your base level anymore. And we're not that club that needs to sell players for money like we used to like pay off the stadium and stuff. So we can afford to have a little bit more like luxury players that may not be part of the first 11.
Sorry, Martin.
Right.
I fully agree with you, though. I think one thing that you showed me in that tweet is when he said we've already surplused the requirements for Zinchenko and Jesus. That just shows how quickly our project is moving. Because it was just last year where these guys were integral in everything we were doing, and now it seems like that they're not even that important in our team anymore. And they could definitely be very useful elsewhere. This is where you start getting big bucks for your transfers away from your club. Now, let's talk about Partey quickly. Saad, everybody here, you guys let me know. How do you feel about Jorginho potentially getting a new deal? Because Jorginho getting a new deal directly affects Partey, in my opinion. Jorginho getting a new deal, and he's expected to sign it, his availability, lack of injuries, and the fact that his wages would be literally half of what Thomas Partey's would be, the club see him as a more feasible option to keep. Where
For me,
Edu made a trip to Saudi Arabia and reported from David Ornstein that Thomas Partey's future after 2025 June is unclear at this moment in time.
I think to be honest, he comes. I think Jorginho just becomes the new Elneny in regards to the position wise. I'm not talking about skill or anything. I just think positionally in our squad, his position will be that Elneny position where he's the backup to the backup, but we're gonna look to get in a starter and a proper backup. And then Jorginho still has the skill and the know-how to come in certain games where we need an experienced player, an experienced head to captain the side or something like that. But I generally think I'll listen, Jorginho, I don't mind him getting a new contract. It's not really a madness to me. I think he's going to lower his wage anyway. If you look at what he's on now, he's going to lower his wage to get that new contract. I don't think it's an increase.
110 apparently.
It's going to be 110k.
That's what he's on right now.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be lower than that. They'll probably lower it to about 75k. Do you know what they done with Cedric Suarez? Because I think he got a lower wage, but he got to stay with the team and everything. So I think they'll give him like a 75, maybe an 80k a week, which to be honest, is not the end of the world. But I'm not really bothered with him staying or anything like that. I think he's a decent player. He's available a lot of the time. Do you know what I mean? And he's old, so eventually.
Let me ask everybody. Let me ask you, Saad, before we go to Dylan. If you were to sell Partey and keep Jorginho, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, as long as we bring in somebody who can do what Partey does. And there's players in the world that can do what Partey does, but you're gonna have to spend big bucks. And
can you name one player to do what Partey does?
We need to transition.
We're gonna talk about transfers
in world class level.
We're gonna talk about transfers in a second.
I consider Thomas Partey a world class footballer. Thomas Partey.
Chouameni, you can bring him in. Camavinga can do it as well. You're gonna have to. You can bring.
Camavinga's no.
You can bring a De Jong in who can play those two roles. Do you know what I mean? So
just before we go to incomings, I want to ask the rest of the boys because I know what Dylan thinks. He wants to keep Partey. Dylan, you'd want to get rid of Jorginho. Am I wrong?
I don't think I wouldn't get rid of him. But what I've always said, regardless of whether or not Thomas Partey stays or goes or plays, we need someone of that level that can play when he's unavailable. Yeah, when he's available, he's as best as you in the world as you're going to get in the world. Yeah. But when he's not available, there needs to be someone that can play at the same level. So there needs to be able to be some kind of rotation. You know what I mean? So we don't die without him. Like. If you know what I'm trying to say, we need basically what I'm trying to say. We need someone regardless, whether or not we sell Partey. We need a new player in that position regardless. So yeah, I'd agree bringing like a Tchouaméni, but I don't think Real Madrid are going to sell us a Tchouaméni.
I'm wondering if there's a room for Mal Lewis-Skelly to come in with Partey and Jorginho staying. You know, you can bring up a youth player that might be better value for money than trying to buy someone else's. But we've got Wanyeri and Miles Lewis-Skelly. They're either going to get first team or they're going to get loaned out.
Ethan Wanyeri is going to probably get thrown a couple cup games here and there come January. If he doesn't cut the mustard, then loan him out. But most players, you want to keep them as close as possible to the first team when they're young. And then when they get to their close to 19 to 20, that's when you start thinking about loaning them out, or else they should crack the first team by then.
Yeah, we've got to think about winning all the cups, right? If you want to win all the cups, your second team's got to be almost as good as your first team because you can't have a drop off. So, yeah, we've got to trim a lot of that.
On the Partey and Jorginho situation is that Jorginho actually has a role at Arsenal with sort of helping with youngsters. You know, in that West Ham
he's
game,
basically a second coach.
He literally whispered to Arteta, "Bring Wanyeri on," and you know he did that. And I think that if it was Partey, I'm not sure he would be that like interested in helping the youth because he's just not that type of person. Like, in my opinion, but like I definitely think Wanyeri and Skelly will be a part of the squad, or at least Wanyeri will be next season.
Oh, I know what player should be. Sorry, guys, I just want to say this, yeah. I know what player should be part of the squad next year, yeah. It's a Nigerian Erling Haaland, bro. Our very own, bro. Our very own. Yeah, Chido Obi, bro. Come on, man. Right. That is my guy, bro. He is literally the version of Haaland, bro. The Nigerian version, bro. I'm telling you that right now, bro. He's
16-year-old killing it.
Bro, the way the thing is, I know people will say, "Oh, but it's only under 18s level and all of that." Yeah, but even like I've seen the highlights from these games, bro, and just the runs that he makes, yeah, the runs off the shoulder, and even the way he gets the ball and he just slots it into the back of the net. He doesn't even certain players they just hit at the goalkeeper. He slots it underneath the goalkeeper and he slots it always to the opposite side where the goalkeeper is, so the goalkeeper can't get to it. Like you don't learn that. You have that just naturally, bro. Just from you doing natural things, bro.
Apparently, Arsenal have a problem. They're gonna face a competition from other top clubs for the 16-year-old.
Nah, there's no problem. Honestly, like it's what we had with Ethan Wanyeri. Like we had interest from Chelsea and Manchester City, and I think in this situation, we've sort of got to make Obi-Martin some promises that.
No, but guys like Bayern Munich want him.
Sorry,
guys like Bayern Munich want to try to prize him away.
Yeah, but I don't really understand why Bayern Munich are interested because they're developing Tell, and he's 18 years old and he's a striker.
Yeah, did you guys also see that Mika Biereth won a cup the other day with Sturmgrass? He won the Austrian Cup.
Yeah, I genuinely think that he's just going to be pure profit.
Could be,
I
but
think he makes it.
Does he still belong to us?
Is he what?
He still belongs to us?
Yeah, he's on loan. He's on loan over. Was it the team?
Biereth is supposed to come back and he's supposed to be part of this team maybe next year, but that's if he can take Eddie's spot. I don't believe. I think we might sell him.
We've got a few spots at the end of the squad that are probably going to move on. Players that can't just sit here and rot away on the benches. So Nelson and
what's going to happen with Aaron Ramsdale? That's an interesting one. Aaron Ramsdale?
Ramsdale's gone.
Bro.
See, I don't think he does go. I don't think he does go.
I'm not convinced.
Wait, no. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. You want to keep Ramsdale, but you want to get rid of Raya.
What?
Raya is
that why I got? No, but do you want to hold on? Do you want to keep Ramsdale though?
I'd keep Ramsdale over Raya any day of the week, any day.
Wow.
Can I just say something, right?
Strongly disagree.
That's a clango,
with
bro.
Ramsdale, right?
Why do you want to keep Ramsdale so bad?
Who wants him?
Because he's young. He can actually like save a shot if it comes down some kind of pace or is in some kind of side of the goal. He can play with his feet. It's an illusion that David Raya's got this massive amount of footwork quality over him. It's just an illusion. David Raya's literally right. Lons away, gave him the ball, they scored. Tottenham away, gave him the ball, they scored. Luton away, he was just horrible. Like the guy does not face shots. This isn't talked about enough. Aaron Ramsdale on a weekly basis was making 4, 5, 6 saves a week. David Raya,
Aaron Ramsdale cannot concentrate for 90 minutes.
So 1 second.
Every shot that comes on target.
So hold on. What about when the know-how for Raya to come out of his goal and be able to act almost like another centre back? Yeah, Ramsdale can't do that. Ramsdale can't do that because he hasn't got the know-how. He hasn't got the know-how to do that.
Raya's cross collection
the way Raya does, and
Raya's cross collection is the only thing I can say. Yes, brilliant.
And defending corners, defending crosses. There's not even a comparison between Ramsdale and Raya.
We know Ramsdale's got a fatal flaw.
It's clear.
Like we saw against Brentford. His concentration is not something you can teach. It's like it's endemic to his character. Like he gets
either way, honestly, I do agree to some extent that Ramsdale's got flaws, yeah. But I just think when you look at it at the end of the day and you weigh it up, Ramsdale's a far better goalkeeper when you actually want the ball kept out of your net. But I think we need a better keeper. Full stop. David Raya is not.
I think Raya stops the ball from becoming a shot more often than Ramsdale does. Like situations get shut down.
It's the centre backs are doing that.
Well, he's involved in this. Like
Raya is one of the best keepers in the league at coming.
He's not. That's just stats and numbers that you're reading. David Raya is not in the top 8 goal, top 9.
So what makes him bad? What makes him bad? What is cons? Sorry, Gal. I know you want to move on, but I just need to hear this.
Kicking bang average at best. Right? He's short. When actual shots come at the goal, and that right, you saw buying at home, yeah, the ball went through his legs about 3 times. Like you play when you play actual teams have actual shots on target and they actually get their shots off. The ball's going in. He's not saving it. The guy's short. Yeah, he's great at the crosses. That's the only thing I can hold my hands on and say, yeah, brilliant. But apart from that, I'm sorry, I'm not sold. Like he's a Brentford goal. He is quite literally a Brentford goalkeeper playing for Arsenal. That is literally the best way I can put it. He's a Brentford mid-table team goalkeeper that's got a shot at Arsenal for a season, and I don't think he should go on any longer. But hey, I don't know.
Okay, we need to dispatch this more. So you're saying Ramsdale is better than him at shot stopping?
Better than him at shot stopping, better than him at kicking, better than him at playing out from the back.
That's just not true.
Playing out the back.
It's true. It is. I'm sorry.
At shot stopping, yeah, I'll agree. But like the rest, Raya has over him.
What?
I think
what is Raya better at?
This is what I think he has over Ramsdale. Decision making, 100%. That's maybe done. His kicking,
no way. David Raya's kicking.
His kicking is over. The reason why you seem to think that he had this is because of this one recent ball to Reece Nelson in that cup game, bro. Listen. For Ramsdale, bro. Let's relax and act like when Ramsdale has the ball at his feet, he makes the whole defense nervous. You can see that. You saw that in the Brentford games. You saw that in the Brentford game at times, bro. And the Brentford game, he made them nervous, bro.
It's completely different. This is a man who's been left out of the team all season.
Okay, last season.
Ramsdale was in the team. Last season. He's catching the ball and he's zinging it to wide areas and it's finding Martinelli. Martinelli will have his hand up in the air. Yeah, I'm gone. Ramsdale, gone. Find him. Bang.
So last season,
I understand. The decision-making part. You mentioned the decision-making part, yeah? And I 100% hear that. There's times when Ramsdale will have the ball in his hand and sometimes he rushes it. Yeah, Raya is a lot more calm, even though it's frustrating at times, and it does slow down attacks and stop us scoring as many goals. Yeah, it's better. It's better to sometimes keep your head.
Would you not want
he's got that in him. I'm not hearing that Ramsdale can't find the ball. That was one of his best attributes.
Just quickly, what was your name again? Sorry, my bro.
Dylan.
I didn't catch it. Dylan. Was it Dylan? Yeah, Dylan. This is the thing, though. For me, off the jump, if I'm looking for a keeper in a title race that I want, I want the best decision maker. The best decision maker. You want to have the person who makes the best decisions, the person who knows the right choices to make. And I'm sorry, it's Raya over Ramsdale, bro. It's just that simple. I think he plays well enough. Okay, he may not be an elite keeper, yeah. He's not in the worlds of Alisson and these man, but I still think he's good enough to win you a title.
No way. Not David.
I do.
I've just come in, right, and we are so much calmer when playing out the back. The only
reason why he had those first slip ups at that moment, when he first came in, is because he's getting used to a whole new defense. You have to understand, when a goalkeeper comes in and you're getting used to the defense, they're getting used to you also. They're learning how much you come out of the goal, where you move around in the goal, because the goalkeeper is always going to move from. Do you know what I mean? So he's going to be.
Let me compare. What do you call it? Raya's. What do you call it?
Please don't show me stats and numbers, please.
Show the first. Show the first games. Show the first games.
Goalkeepers we're talking about. How well do you keep the ball out of the net? How well do you kick it? I don't want to see. Oh, he's got a 78% pass accuracy when playing to the bollocks. It's all like these people who even make up these stats on Twitter just need to.
This whole argument's a moot point. Like, Ramsdale obviously lost the first position. Not necessarily because something on field.
I agree. No, I think neither of them are good enough.
Mentality.
I think Ramsdale's a better goalkeeper, but at the same time, yes, he's not enough to win you a title. I think neither are good enough. David Raya is certainly not enough.
Yeah.
Can I drop my? Sorry. Go ahead, Martin. Sorry, you haven't.
I was just going to say that it's mute. Like, I think Ramsdale's going to get sold because we'll get a lot of good money for him, and also, he's homegrown and all that kind of stuff. In English, we'd be able to get a fair packet for him, but we can get a kid, like a young keeper in. That's like 7 foot tall and crazy shot stopper or whatever. We can train someone up in that position, because Raya, I don't think he gets enough credit for a lot of the things he does, but I don't even think he cares. And I want a keeper that's like just cool, calm, and collected in these like high pressure situations. And we're not going to find that like for coming off a tree,
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, this is my closing statement. And I'm not going to say anything about the matter after this. If you're in a team like ours that keeps majority of the possession in majority of games, there's only maybe a handful of games, maybe 3 or 4 games in the season where we're not going to keep the ball and the other team's going to keep the ball. Other than that, we're keeping the ball majority of the time. Yeah. If you're in a team that keeps the ball majority of the time, you're holding a high line majority of the time. Yeah. And you need a decision maker in between the sticks. You need a decision maker, someone who's going to be clocked on for the whole game, to know as soon, because this is the reason why I rate Alisson and I rate Edison to a high level, because their teams keep majority of the ball and they have to switch on, because it can happen at any moment, and that's why Alisson. But that's why Alisson is so great. And that's why people say Alisson could be one of the best goalkeepers we've seen in the league ever, because his team keeps majority of the possession, but he always is switched on. Whenever there's a counter attack, whenever somebody beats all the defenders and he's running one-on-one with him, Alisson's saving that. But even for Raya, I think his save percentage, if you look at his save percentage, it's not going to be far from Ramsdale. And also, if you look at just games, and I can probably find you a compilation of the amount of saves that he's done where it's just happened out of nothing. He hasn't touched the ball all game. All of a sudden, he has to make a last-minute save, and he makes it. Do you know what I mean? You're acting like he's just letting the ball goes in every time they take a shot, bro. It's not like that, bro. I know that Ramsdale was
I completely agree with everything you just said. I completely agree. I've already said that. I completely agree. Decision making, all this. My point is, I want a goalkeeper that can do that. But when an actual shot comes in and when we're actually under pressure, I'm confident that he's a wall. We've got a wall in goal right now. Like the energy he gives me in the goal is, we've got a youth player in goal that's great with his feet. That's the energy he gives me as a shot. When you have Alisson or Emmanuel Neuer or Ramsdale's for his shot stopping ability, I don't know. Like I said, I completely agree with you in the whole how calm we are and how we're in possession 90% of the time. Yeah, 100%. I'm saying when that shot does happen, or when those shots are coming in, I want a better goalkeeper because he's not.
Look at David De Gea. He's the best shot stopper in world football, and he can't get a job right now because he just doesn't have the ability to handle being pressed with the football. He just gives up possession too easily, and I think fundamentally that's the most important factor of a keeper when you're a possession-based team these days. But, you know, I do like that feeling of, you know, your keeper's going to save some crazy-ass shots, but you may have to make a big sacrifice to have that type of a keeper. And look at, like, even Vicario, people were saying goalkeeper of the season, but you feel like he's going to concede on every corner that comes into the box. That's got to be terrifying for any defense.
You know the thing that separates Ramsdale.
Just conceded from a set piece, funnily enough.
The thing that separates Ramsdale and Raya from
Right
me.
as I said that.
The thing that separates Ramsdale and Raya from me is Raya is number one at coming and claiming crosses.
That's I love it when corners
and be it from anything. And against a team like Arsenal, where teams don't have many chances, when you have a guy like Raya who comes and claims every cross and doesn't wait for the opponent to take a shot, and doesn't wait for that ball to bounce in the box, it's a complete game changer. But yeah, I'm gonna have to clip that up. I'm gonna come back to that maybe another day. But let's go to the main story, guys. The main story. Do me a favor, everyone who's watching right now, hit that like button. It is absolutely free. Make sure you guys do hit that like button.
Vicario just got dunked on.
What happened?
Vicario just got dunked on.
Vicario just got. Bro, as he was saying the stuff about a set piece, he literally conceded a set piece.
Chelsea's 1-0 up.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to call you. That's what you get for saying your team doesn't have a problem with set pieces and not coaching them. He's an absolute hypocrite of a coach when it comes to refereeing decisions and everything else. He wants to talk about VAR, but he needs to take a look at himself because there's so many issues with that team defensively. Now, this game is going to end like 3-3 or 4-4. We know it. It's going to be a mental goal-scoring affair. But let's go to this next thing, though. Bruno Guimaraes. We've been linked now to Newcastle's talisman, Bruno G. And not only have we been linked to Bruno G, we've been linked to Isaac, all in the same week. So first, let me start with the Bruno G story. The rumor is Arsenal are ready. An exclusive came today from Team Talk, where they're saying that Edu has been in brief contact with Newcastle, and there's growing confidence that Arsenal could strike a deal for Bruno Guimaraes. This could be a record transfer fee, more than Declan Rice's potentially. Bruno G is somebody who could play in the 6, can play in the 8. He would fit in very well in that left 8 position. But to me, I kind of feel like we missed the trick. We could have got him from Lyon for like 60, 70 million. Now we're going to have to pay 100 million more for him.
I can't lie. I'm gassed, bro. I'm gassed. I think this needed to happen. I think we needed a player like this. That real, a C. Listen, we needed this a C word, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to demonetize the video.
We have Havertz.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I know, but I know we have Havertz. I know we have Ben White, but in the midfield, bro, you need someone like
shit house.
We've missed Granit Xhaka this season because I felt like he could have given us some of that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? It could have been good for us to have a player like that in the midfield for us this year, but we need that. And I can't lie, Bruno Guimaraes is the right player. Bruno Guimaraes is
Bruno Guimaraes is absolutely the right player. Granit Xhaka, on the other hand, is not. Oh, thank you.
All right, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, I'm not even going to disagree with that. I think, listen, the one season, I wouldn't have wanted him to stay anyway. But it is what it is, man. That's just an unpopular opinion. But all I'm going to say is, for me, I think Bruno Guimaraes is the perfect option for us. He's got Premier League experience. He rarely gets injured. I think this season he has been injured, but he was only out for like a couple of games or something like that. But he rarely gets injured, and he's got that dog in him. He's able to break the lines with his passing, and he's also able to shoot. He's very technical on the ball, and he's quick with his feet, and he's quick. He's a quick thinker as well on the pitch. If you see a lot of the times, man, he's very quick thinking, especially
he's very quick to think how to foul someone. That's for sure. But yeah, I hear it. But would you take Zubimendi, Guimaraes, or Fofana? Like, say you had a choice of the three.
I'm going to be so real. Yeah, I have no clue who this Fofana guy you guys are talking about is. Does he play for
He's
Monaco?
from Monaco. He's from Monaco.
Okay.
He's literally like a Thomas Partey like type player. But he can play like literally he can play DM, he can play box to box, centre mid, he can play on the right wing. So he's versatile like Mikel Arteta likes them. But yeah, I think Bruno Guimaraes, just that Premier League experience is so key, man. And you need that. Do you know what I mean? Because the Premier League is a very hard league to adapt to. We've seen that with, funnily enough, Chelsea and their players. It's hard to adapt to the league. And listen, Bruno Guimaraes, for me, I'll 100% take him. But I don't know if anybody else got anything to say on the matter, but I'll take him 100%.
Yeah, me too. Definitely taking Bruno Guimaraes. I think Bruno Guimaraes, his ability has been shown in full display. He transformed that Newcastle team. And I think if he came to Arsenal, he could be that extra piece of quality that just takes our team from one level to another. Imagine having Bruno Guimaraes, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, having Jorginho coming off the bench, having Havertz who can jump into midfield on occasion. We also have the youngsters that we have amongst the team. And even if we keep Thomas, I don't see any way that we keep Thomas Partey if we bring in a Bruno Guimaraes, because the wages that Bruno Guimaraes would be asking for, we'd probably try to shift Thomas Partey out of the team to bring in a Bruno Guimaraes in the summer.
How much is he on right now?
Thomas Partey is on 280, I think.
No, I was going to see what Guimaraes is on weekly.
Bruno Guimaraes, wait. Let me find out.
When I try and imagine the Bruno G, Rice, and Odegaard midfield, I don't know whether it ticks all the boxes.
He's on 41k.
No. He's on 180k at Newcastle.
I literally just guessed that.
That's
He's
nothing.
We can 180k.
That's nothing.
That's you. If you go now and you say, listen, we're gonna put you up 210k a week. Like the thing is with us, yeah, we're in the prime.
No, he's on 160, bro.
160, so even better. So we're in prime position right now to give these guys money, bro, because our wage bill is lower than the majority of the teams in our position. Do you know what I mean?
And we're going to be probably shifting out Thomas Partey and Gabriel Jesus potentially. Thomas Partey is on 200k a week. Gabriel Jesus on 260. 265. So that's we could be getting in the summer. Don't be surprised if we bring in two big signings like Declan Rice and Kai Havertz again.
I'm not even going to be surprised at this point. I think the thing is, guys, for me, and I've been saying this wherever I go, man, you get to a certain point when you get to these top levels where you transition from buying young talent to world-class talent. Do you know what I mean? Or on the cusp of being world-class. Talking like the Declan Rices and talking like the Martin Odegaards and all of this. Yeah. These types of talents, you need to buy them when they're on the cusp of being world class. And this is the time that you start to buy them because you're transitioning from that. I know people are saying, oh, look at Zinchenko, look at what Jesus still have to offer and all of that. But even if they do go, we have the ability, especially if we win the league this season, we're front runners for everyone. Everyone's going to be wanting to come to us. Champions of England, of course, they're going to be wanting to come to us, man. So I think for us, we're in prime position. We've got the lowest wage bill out of the three teams that were fighting for the title this season. I know Liverpool have fallen off a little bit, but we got the most money to give out in wages. We're going to possibly get rid of Thomas Partey and Jesus, which loosens out about what 450k or something like that off the wage bill. So, bro, there's space there to really make some big moves, man, in the market.
Can I give the counter argument? I think that Bruno G is not necessarily as good as some people say he is on a season-wide basis. And I don't question whether he's worth 100 million, which is what they're speculated as requesting for him. So when you've got money to spend, you need to be careful that you spend it on the right pieces. And I would take Bruno G. I think he is a good player. Whether or not he's the perfect fit for what we need, like a Bruno, Rice, Odegaard midfield, doesn't feel like the right balance to me still. But I don't know whether he wants Rice to be playing as an 8 or if Rice is going to be the 6 or et cetera, et cetera. So I would put a question mark over it, mostly because of how much he seems to love Newcastle. And it sounds like City want him too. there's a whole bunch of question marks over this, whether this would be something to get really excited about for me.
Matt, what are you saying? You got anything on this before we move on?
On what? Sorry,
Bruno G.
Bruno G. Like, bro, he's a player I would love to see come into our midfield. What I will say about him is that he's a very limited player. And
In what way?
Like, if our system,
I don't think he's limited.
suits him, he's gonna be amazing. But if he doesn't fit into what we want him to play, I don't think it's gonna be a good signing.
Do you think Arteta would traditionally want a left-footed midfielder in that position?
In the left day, yeah.
Because I've seen Arteta be particular about positions and players being a certain foot.
I think it's only on the wing that it's like inverted.
I think he wants to feed Martinelli from that position.
I can't think of too many midfielders that would be left-footed that would play in that position, though.
Well, there's other choices like Palhinha, Onana. Whether or not you go more attacking, like a Kudus or something, rather than another defensive reinforcement. I don't know. Because I think Bruno
Kudus. He has a release clause, guys.
Who's that?
No way. No.
Mohamed Kudus has a release clause.
Have a release clause, yeah.
I'd love Mohamed.
I assume it's going to be around 80 million.
Well, he's not the level.
Let me find out because it's a release clause. It's set.
He's one of them. He's good. He's good at West Ham.
I'd love to have him, man.
Yeah, at West Ham.
On that right wing.
No, Dylan, you did not just
brilliant,
say
man. You put him,
bro, he's one of them. He's a great player. No, he's a great player.
Bro.
He's a great player, but he's one of them. Your quality, keep doing your thing. Like that's the way I see it.
So you don't want Kudus?
Stay there.
So
wait, you don't want
Kudus?
No way. We're better, bro. We're one of the best teams in the world. Why are we shopping at West Ham?
So wait, why would you hold on a minute?
You just signed Rice from West Ham. No,
hold on a minute, Dylan.
I need to see more than one season in the Premier League where he's probably put up about how many goals. We need to aim higher than Kudus, basically. Is what I'm trying to say.
So Dylan, what did he do? So that flag that's behind you.
Yeah.
Did you watch the country in AFCON? That belongs to that flag.
I don't watch AFCON.
In AFCON, bro, this guy was carrying them on his shoulders, bro, on his back. He put Ghana on his back.
The quality of National League, bro. See Dulwich coming up the road.
No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this young kid, putting Ghana on his back and saying, bro, I'm going to carry this team. And when he did nothing, they did nothing. He was literally the main thing, the main player for them in Ghana.
Does not shock me.
And for me, I just think, listen, this guy is way more ahead than West Ham, man. He should be at a much better club. I feel like the only reason why they got him for 35 mil or something like that is because it was West Ham. No offense to any West Ham fans, bro, but when you come to the table and we come to the table, it's different prices for both of us. You get the better deal. We get shafted because we're the big name. Arsenal are coming in. Their pockets must be deep. Let's see how much we can rinse them for. So it's different. But I think he's such a good player, bro. The way he moves with the ball and the way he just gets into certain positions and his passing, his shooting, like, bro, I think he's just got it all, man. And that left foot as well, man. He's a rocket.
Do you think he's better than Saka?
No, but you don't need somebody who's better than Saka.
I'd say we need to get better than Saka. So
you're not going to find as much players better than Saka.
The only player
you can find someone of Saka's level to compete with him. There's definitely
Name some names, bro.
Because the only people that are above Bukayo Saka is the likes of Vinicius Junior and Mbappe.
What, you think they're the only players above Saka?
Rodrigo's above Saka as well, but
no, Rodrigo's on the same level.
On the same level. You're okay. We could even say on the same level. I think he's better than Saka, but we can even say the same level, yeah. But the thing is, these players, look how much they're gonna cost, bro. Even if they get out of Madrid, even if they leave Madrid.
Oh, So you're saying you'd rather take the gamble on Kudus than sign a.
It's not a gamble though. He's come into this season and look what he's done for West Ham, bro. He's helped them get so many goals. He's helped them in the attack. He's gone to his country and helped them try and get into winning the competition, and he's done pretty well at that competition. Like, he's shown it, bro. He's shown that he can do it at a decent level. He just needs to be in the right environment, bro. And I think our environment right now is the best. We are in the best position because we've got such a good momentum as a team that we can. There's no way that we have taken Kai Havertz, who looked like a donkey on the pitch, if we're being honest, at Chelsea, and made him somebody who's so smooth on the ball now. He does flicks and tricks. He's a danger man in the box when we got corners. Like, in front of goal, he's actually putting most of his shots away. Like, bro, the way we change players in this system, it's a very inviting system. So if you see certain players at other clubs, if they come into our system, just know they'll most probably work and they'll be able to get it on. Because Mikel Arteta, we're forgetting, is a very good coach. He's very good at building relationship with his players. You know what I mean? That's what everybody talks about.
Guys, there's one last topic that we need to discuss, of course. And I'm going to start with Matt on this one. Matt, how are you feeling against Bournemouth? And do you play our strongest team that we played against Tottenham?
Yeah, it's our hardest remaining game. We have to be the strongest team.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely.
Man United away is going to be tough.
Oh, this is crazy, bro.
Bro, you think Man United are better than Bournemouth? Come on, bro. You think Man United are better than Bournemouth? Clapping teams about.
We're more likely to lose points.
Let's not forget, Man United.
We're more likely to drop points versus Man United than we are against Bournemouth.
Man United lost 3-0 at home to Bournemouth. Let's not.
One second, Martin. Do you think Bournemouth at home is tougher than Man United away?
At this point in time, to the team that we are right now, they are the most likely team to take points off us because of what happened last time when we went life or death with Bournemouth. Because we're going to be ready for United, but I feel like, I'm pretty confident Arteta's probably showed them the tape where we got scored against in 5 seconds last time we played Bournemouth. I can still remember that goal vividly. Vieira was in midfield. It was crazy.
Billing just coming out of nowhere, bro.
Just sucker punch stuff. So we've got to avoid sucker punch stuff because in the big games, I've been very happy with how we played this season. We haven't had to taste an L to any of our rivals, and I want to keep that going at United. And I think they'll kind of be on the beach, like really on the beach. So Bournemouth, they're a very good team right now, and they've got people in form. Is that Kluivert guy seems to be killing it, and Solanke obviously. So. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about because they're actually got dangerous players. United are a shambles.
Ooh. People in the chat, let me know which game are you more worried about, Bournemouth or Manchester United? And also, while you're at it, give me your score predictions for the Bournemouth game. And everybody watching on X, do me a favor, give me a follow right now. And if you're watching on YouTube, of course, don't forget to hit that like button. It's absolutely free. Now, before we go to Saad and Dylan, let's give Matt a couple seconds. Matt, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, no. So, like in the Bournemouth game, I kind of feel like in the last 3 games that we play, we have to start our strongest team. Like, you can't just play like a fringe team against Bournemouth because Bournemouth, like if the league was based on form, right, from November, I think it is, then they would be 5th. They would be 5th. And like,
okay,
that's
so you're playing Raya, you're playing Ben White. Who's your left back?
I'm playing Zinchenko at left back.
What?
And yeah, I'm playing Zinchenko at left back.
You're playing Zinchenko.
Big up, Zinny.
Because Bournemouth are going to do a low block, and we're going to need someone else to pick locks. Like
Bournemouth ain't doing no low block, bro.
Huh?
Bournemouth ain't doing no low block.
Yes, they will.
100% they won't. Bro, they came up against City and they tried going toe-to-toe
They played a low
with them,
block
bro.
last season because they were 1-0 up in 9 seconds and then they were 2-0 up after half time. Of course they played a low block. We would too, but they would. They're not going to play a low block. They'll come at us, man.
No, I think they will. And
I actually would play KVR. I don't know about you.
No,
I'm playing Zinny, but that's because I think that his defensive issues are blown out of proportion. I think Tomiyasu got beat 4 or 5 times in that last game, and no one says a word. I just think we need that passer from deep that's going to quarterback for our left wing. Otherwise, our left winger just starves through the game. Trossard or
Wow,
Martinelli.
I didn't think I was gonna have a left back debate at this moment in time. Who's everyone's starting left back for this game?
Bro, it's Tomiyasu. That's the only right option.
Maybe
Man.
Kiwior. I'd probably agree. Maybe Kiwior. I'd agree with you.
I'm gonna give it to Kiwior because I don't want to give Tomiyasu 2 games consecutive. The guy's gonna get burnt out. He's like an injury risk.
If you can't play 2 games on the bounce,
Wallahi, he's played 2 games, bro. Wallahi, he's played 2 games.
You can't play 2 games.
He gets burnt out after 2 games, bro. I'm done with this guy. Bro.
I'm telling you,
Bro,
man,
I don't like putting too much on players who are constantly injured. Thomas Partey, he's looking fit and available now for the rest of the running. But Tomiyasu, guess what? He showed up versus Tottenham. He showed up versus Chelsea. But I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if we're gonna drop him for the game against Bournemouth. Have him ready to go versus Manchester United away. 1 second. Have Tomiyasu as like a loaded gun. Take him out for the Bournemouth game. Put in KVR, or in my opinion, who can do the job also. And then for Man United away, he's ready to go.
I can't lie. You know what? I'd actually. The thing is,
3 games
I'd actually
left.
play.
It's not.
No, we have 3 games left, but we have to understand his cheese string legs. We need to protect him.
Listen, I'd actually
say
play.
he gets injured next game. Say he happens to get injured against Bournemouth. Yeah, he gets injured against Bournemouth, which is like almost definitely not going to happen. Say he gets injured against Bournemouth, he misses 2 games, and we've got Tomiyasu and we've got Kiwior ends injured. It's not that deep. Just play these last 3 games. Just play your strongest team. What are they missing? 1 or 2 games if they get injured against Bournemouth. Just play the strongest team, man. Worth mentioning as well in the left back area. They've said Timber might be in the squad now.
Yeah, no. Calm down, bro. Calm down.
No way he's not going to start.
Calm down.
Well, they said he might be in the squad, but
bro, he might.
I should hope he is in the squad, because he played 45 minutes last week in the under-21s, and now he played 70 minutes against Liverpool under-21s as well. So I expect him to be in the squad, but I don't expect him to start.
Okay. So just for the record, I'm going KVR. Anybody else going KVR?
Yeah.
So 2.
I'm going Tomiyasu, man.
You're going Tomiyasu, and the other 2 are going Zinchenko.
Zinchenko, yeah.
Okay,
Zinchenko is wild.
Saad, you have to break the tie. Are you going Zinchenko?
I'm a wild man, Saad.
Yeah, I'm bro. If it's between Zinchenko and I'll take my nan over Zinchenko, so I'm going Kiwior, bro.
I'm not that worried about Bournemouth.
I know why Martin's protecting his stocks, bro. Clearly, he's got stocks in the guy.
But Martin makes a case. And I think
Martin.
Martin, I think we could do that in the second half. Martin, I think we could do that in the second half. And shut out the game with an extra body in midfield.
You know what we haven't had in a long time is a game where we dominate the other team and crush them into their final third, and that's what I think that we want to do with this game against Bournemouth. And Zinchenko is the kind of guy which can recycle possession. With Partey next to him, we haven't even seen that, and he's done 20 odd games for us this season, and we're top of the league. So I think people need to show him a bit more respect.
To be fair, though, midfield is going to be the same, right? We agree.
Yeah, Partey, Rice, Odegaard.
Yeah.
And then the front 3 is going to be the same.
Yeah.
I
think the only position you can really dabble about with is that left back position, because everybody else's position in that team is solidified. Ain't nobody
left
moving
wing,
out of
probably,
nowhere, bro.
It's a toss.
Would you start Martinelli over Trossard?
Well, no.
Listen, Martinelli.
Trossard isn't the established starter. It's still up for debate. I think it comes down to what sort of game you want to play, in terms of the style that you want. If you want, a counter-attacking game, then you play Martinelli.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Martinelli. I think it's going to be a Trossard game.
Yeah, same.
At least till
Martinelli's had a season.
I think it's going to be a Trossard game until the end of the season.
Yeah,
Martinelli needs a good preseason.
Exactly, bro. I think this season they've played him. They've literally played him to the side. He's literally a sideline winger, bro. He's
not even that, bro.
He's so far left. The thing is, his side has been neglected so much this season because of the injury of Timber. because they tried to play Havertz on the left side, who offers absolutely nothing coming in off of the midfield on that left side, offers no help to Martinelli. So, listen, I can't lie, Martinelli's been done dirty this season, but with players like Trossard, they're experienced players, bro. He's 27, 28, I think. So he's an experienced player. He knows how to handle that situation. Martinelli's still young, so he doesn't know how to handle that situation. But this season is going to be in the back of his mind, and he's going to be like, okay, that season, I need to learn from that. How am I going to tackle it? And they're going to work on it in pre-season. You know what I mean? He's going to come back stronger next year. I'm telling you, watch. There's a lot of people disrespecting Martinelli this season. A lot of people disrespecting Martinelli this season. I've seen it, bro. I've seen man disrespecting Martinelli, and I'm not forgetting names. I got them written down in a notebook. I know who you are, bro. So when he starts going crazy again, I'm coming for all you B words, bro. Yeah,
Did you put like a skull and crossbones next to the name?
Yeah, these men are done, bro. I know them, man. I know who they are, bro. Don't worry.
Just to add on to your point, right? Like with Gabriel Martinelli last season, you know, he had Zinchenko and Granit Xhaka all pretty much starting the majority of the games on that left-hand side. This season, the left-hand side has been fiddled around so much that there's no consistency and that there's no like of that chemistry this season, I feel like.
But I don't think it's Zinchenko that he's missing, because Zinchenko has played with Martinelli this season and done F all.
No. If you look at when Zinchenko comes on, he's the only one that does an over-the-top ball for Martinelli to run onto on that left side. Kivior won't do it that well. He tries to go outside, and Tomiyasu. I like all of them. I don't want to rubbish them, but I still think that we want ball players in this game.
See, what you just said there about Kivior leads me to believe, why the fuck have we signed him? Because
there you are.
Why
there's the monetization gone now.
No. Hold up. The reason why I thought that we signed him, right, was because he's so good at long balls. You know, what he did at his previous club, I can't remember what it was, but like he can ping a ball. He can proper ping a ball from his centre-back area to the striker, right? That's what I thought we was bringing him to do, is to, you know, switch up our style of play and to just ping balls over the top. But it's clear that if he can't do that, then I don't understand why we brought him.
Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys the team that we've gone with, and then we're gonna do our predictions. So in the background, I was setting up the team. This is the team that we've gone with, just so everyone can see it. That's the team. 1 second, let me just remove this so you can see Dylan's face. 1 second. But yeah, you guys get the gist. You guys agree with this?
Yeah, 100%. That's perfect.
Dylan?
Oh, bro, if Partey gets injured.
Yeah.
No, he's not going to get injured. There's literally like a couple games left. At this point,
he's only been back for 2 games.
At this point, he knows he's playing for his future. Like, let's calm down.
Yeah. If he gets injured, bro, pack your bags, bro. You're out of here.
Yeah, even you have to agree at that point, Dylan.
Dylan's not agreeing, bro. You're putting him in a tough situation. He's like, bro, I'm staying silent. Where's my lawyer, bro?
Listen, I seen people saying Partey deserves a new contract. I think Dylan's on that level.
That's booty levels.
1 or 2 years, take a pay cut. 1 or 2 years, 100%.
No.
He's not taking a pay cut first.
He's done his time at Arsenal.
Pay cut, I'm with him. The thing is, Partey ain't taking no pay cut, broski. This guy's living.
If he's staying for another year, he'll need another contract.
Dylan, he's done his time at Arsenal. We need to move on.
Find better then.
Yo,
I don't think we will.
Score predictions.
Give me
score predictions versus Bournemouth. Score prediction versus Bournemouth.
I'm going 3-0.
I'm saying 2-0 Arsenal.
I'm going 3-0.
I'm gonna go
1-0.
Martin, give me a reason.
Jesus.
What, a reason for the 1-0?
Yeah.
I think Areola is a much better coach than people give him credit for. So he's the guy that knows how. He's another one of those Basque guys, isn't he? We grew up next to Arteta, so I think he knows how to nullify us very well. He'll probably do some Porto type stuff, and we're going to find it a tough game, I think.
All right.
Yeah,
what are you saying, Matt? Why did you say your score prediction?
So I think it's going to be 3-0 because, like, I think we're going to score a lot of goals, and I think that because of the Tottenham game and the Chelsea game. But I don't think we're going to smash them 5-0 or blow them away. Like, I think they will have some chances. But like I think we're gonna win by 3 goals.
Okay.
And we're gonna get
Just
a
to let
clean
you guys
sheet
know,
to solidify it.
Bournemouth beat Palace, I think, just before their managerial change, right? And then they lost to Luton. They drew against United. They lost to Villa, right? And they beat Wolves and Brighton. So because they beat Wolves and Brighton, oh my God, they're in ridiculous form. Guys, chill. Like it's not that crazy. They only have 1 loss in their last 2 losses in their last 5 games. But the way people are talking about Bournemouth, you would think they were undefeated in their last 7.
Well, they should have top 6. Like I think they should be 5th after points since November or something. They've been consistently good for the last 4 or so months, and I remember
What
seeing a lot
they've
of
been good at is their home games. They won against Bournemouth. I mean, they won against Brighton, drew against United, beat Crystal Palace, Everton. They beat Luton, and that's why people are saying they're good. But their away form, they've only won 2 games in their last 5 games away from home.
That's why
I don't think we're at our best either. Like we're at the end of a long, exhausting run to get to this point. I think we're not firing on all cylinders.
I agree. We're not playing great at the moment either. Yeah, I agree.
Our not playing great is not the same as Bournemouth playing good.
Yeah, I agree.
Our not playing great is a draw and a loss in our last 5 games at home. Their last away games.
Don't be surprised if it's 0 at half
we
time.
played shit and we beat Tottenham away.
We were 3-0 up and we didn't have our best game. Personally, if there's going to be a banana skin, it's going to be the United game. That's what I say.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so do I. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I actually predicted that we. I predicted that we.
Game.
I predicted that we when we done a prediction. Me and Ashraf. Obviously a lot of the guys here know Ash. Me and Ash done a prediction thing before I think in January. And I predicted Man United and Spurs to be the 2 games that we actually dropped points in. So we bust case with Spurs and we done them. But bro, that Man United game, for some weird reason, bro, OT, bro, it's just something about it, man. I'm never comfortable when I go to Old Trafford. Never.
Yeah. See, you want to know what's bad, right? Bournemouth beat United 3-0 at Old Trafford.
That means nothing, bro. That means absolutely nothing. Honestly.
I know, but like
Aston Villa got slapped by Spurs. Yet they beat us home and away, and Spurs slapped them 4-0, and we slapped Spurs.
All I have to say is,
what I say about the Man United game is obviously
if Man United drop points, I'm confident Arsenal won't drop. If Man City drop points, I'm confident Arsenal won't drop points in the last 3 games, and we can wrap this up. We just need Man City to drop something.
I really hope that's true, bro. I hope that they drop points, bro.
And for God's sake, please no late winners.
I got plans.
What's your plan?
Man City are dropping points, bro. Don't worry, I got plans.
When they dropping points?
Against who?
Don't worry, I got plans. Don't worry, I got plans.
No, when are they dropping points?
Tottenham, bro.
They're dropping points against Fulham. Not Tottenham. They're going to batter Tottenham. They're dropping points against Fulham.
I feel like Fulham. Yes. You see, I was getting you to say who it is, bro. Fulham away is dangerous, bro.
Yo! Oh my! Hey, calm down. My dog's just come and booted my door off.
Yo, how big's your dog?
The smallest thing you've ever seen. He's run off now. Just booted the door. Did you hear that?
Anyways, no, I didn't hear nothing. Listen, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. We've been going for a while now. Big up Martin for joining me. Big up Matt. Big up Saad for joining, and of course Dylan. Do check out Saad's channel, The Football Corner. I'm gonna put the link in the description to that. Of course.
Happy birthday.
It's not his birthday. He just didn't. Anyways, and then go like this. Do the thumbs up too. It does the effects.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
not for me.
There you go.
It's only for Apple.
It's a madness. Anyways, we're out of here, people. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you guys in the next show.
See ya.
Peace.
Hey, bro.